Welcome to a session on carrier concentration in intrinsic semiconductor and a discussion of Fermi level. To calculate intrinsic carrier concentration, we need to first calculate electron density in conduction band and hole density in valency band. Let Dn be the number of electrons whose energy lies in the energy interval E and E plus DE in the conduction band. Then we can calculate dn as z of e into f of e into dE, where z of e into dE is called as density of states and f of e is the electron occupation probability. By integrating this above equation, we will get integral dn as n and integration from ec to infinity z of e f of e dE, where ec is the lowest energy level in conduction band and infinity is the highest energy level in the conduction band. The density of states in the conduction band is given by z of e into dE is equals 4 pi by h cube into 2 me star whole to the power of 3 by 2 into e power half into dE for e greater than ec. Here we can calculate this density of states from statistical mechanics. Here me star is the effective mass of an electron. We can remodify this equation for the conduction band as E equal to E minus EC, where E is the kinetic energy of the conduction band electrons. So now Z of E into dE will be converted as 4 pi by h cube into 2 me star whole power 3 by t into E minus EC whole power half into dE. Now we can calculate the f of E as 1 by 1 plus exponential of E minus EF by kT. When the number of particles is very small compared to the available energy levels, the probability of an energy state being occupied by more than one electron is very small. It implies E minus EF greater than 3 kT. Fermi-Dirac function can be approximated to f of E equal to exponential of minus E minus EF by kT. So we got f of e value, we got z of e into dE value, substituting both the values in this equation. So we got z of e into dE value, we got f of e value, substitute both the values in this equation. So finally we will get n is equals to 4 pi by h cube into 2 me star whole power 3 by 2 into integration of ec to infinity e minus ec whole power half into exponential of minus e minus ef by kt into dE. By integrating and rearranging and by simplifying this above equation, we will get n is equal to 2 into 2 pi me star kt by h square whole power 3 by 2 into exponential of ef minus ec by kt. So finally this expression tells us that the density of electrons in the conduction band. Now let us see the process of evaluation of hole density in the valency band. Let dP be the number of holes whose energy lies in the energy interval E and E plus dE in the valency band. Now the same equation as that of electrons will be converted as dP equal to Z of E into 1 minus F of E into dE. Here Z of E into dE is the density of states and 1 minus F of E is the hole occupation probability. Now by substituting this value in the above equation, we will get, so by integrating this equation, we will get integral dP as P and integration of Z of E into 1 minus F of E into dE. The limits are from minus infinity to EV. So here minus infinity is the lowest energy level in the valency band and EV is the highest energy level in the valency band. The density of states in the valency band is given by Z of E into dE is equals to 4 pi by h cube into 2 mh star whole power 3 by 2 into e power half into dE. Here mh star is the effective mass of the hole. Now by applying this formula to valency band, this E value will be converted as EV minus E. Here E equal to EV minus E is the total kinetic energy of the holes. Z of E into dE now converted as 4 pi by h cube into 2 mh star whole power 3 by 2 into EV minus E whole power half into dE. So the probability of an hole occupying an energy level is f of E equal to 1 minus f of E, that equal to 1 minus 1 by 1 plus exponential of E minus EF by kT. So by rearranging this equation, we will get f of E equal to exponential of E minus EF by kT. So we got 1 minus f of E value, Z of E into dE value. So by substituting these values in this equation, Z of E into dE we need to substitute, 1 minus F of E we need to substitute in this equation. So finally we will get this value as P is equals to 4 pi by h cube into 2mh star whole power 3 by 2 into integration of minus infinity to EV into EV minus E whole power half into exponential of E minus EF by KT into dE. So by integrating and rearranging and by simplifying that above equation, we will get P equal to 2 into 2 pi mh star KT by h square whole power 3 by 2 into exponential of EV minus EF by KT. Here this equation indicates the density of holes in the valency band. Now let us calculate intrinsic carrier concentration. When a bond breaks in a pure semiconductor, it leads to generation of electron and hole pair. So if a bond breaks, then equal number of electrons and holes will be formed in intrinsic semiconductor. At any temperature T, the number of electrons generated will be equal to the number of holes generated, which implies N is equal to P. Number of electron density is equal to hole density, that equal to intrinsic carrier concentration. So to calculate Ni, we are following this strategy. Ni square equal to N into P. So here N equal to Ni, P equal to Ni. So N into P equal to Ni into Ni, which is equals to Ni square. So this substitute these values. N value is this one and P value is this one. So multiply these two. By multiplying these two, we will get 2 into 2 equal to 4 and whole power 3 by 2 into whole power 3 by 2 becomes whole cube. Here me star whole power 3 by 2, mh star whole power 3 by 2 and the exponential of these two. If uh, bases are same, we can add the exponentials. So according to that, we will get EV minus EC by KT. So this is the Ni square value. Here you can see EV minus EC as minus EG because EC minus EV is equals to EG. So what is EC? EC is the lowest energy level in the conduction band and EV is the highest energy level in the valency band. So the difference between these two is called as energy gap. So here I can take EV minus EC as minus EG. So this is minus EG. So if we remove this square, that means if we take square root, we will get divided by 2. So this is the expression for intrinsic carrier concentration. So intrinsic carrier concentration is equal to 2 into 2 pi kt by h square whole power 3 by 2 into me star mh star whole power 3 by 4 into exponential of minus eg by 2 kt. The intrinsic carrier concentration strongly depends on temperature. So this Ni value depends upon the temperature. As the temperature increases, more number of covalent bond breaks and hence more number of electrons and holes are generated. In intrinsic semiconductor, the number of electrons are equal to the number of holes. So from this, we are going to calculate Fermi level, which means the position of the Fermi level. Here we are going to evaluate from this approximation. So N equal to P. That means the density of electrons equal to density of holes. So this N value, this is the N value and is equals to this is the P value. So assuming the effective mass of the electron and hole to be the same, which means Me star is equal to Ms star. Effective mass of electron is equals to the effective mass of the hole. This is an assumption. Now in this case, we will get this expression. So exponential of EF minus EC by KT equal to exponential of EV minus EF by KT. Now we can, from this, we will get EF minus EC by KT equal to EV minus EF by KT. So from this, we will get 2EF is equals to EV plus EC by rearranging these equations. Here KT cancels out each other and by rearranging this equation, we will get this. From this, EF value becomes EV plus EC by 2, which means that Fermi level EF lies exactly half of the way between EV and EC. You see, this is EC. EC is the lowest energy level of the conduction band. This is the EV, highest level of the valence band. So EF lies half of the way between the EV plus EV and EC. So you can expect Fermi level exactly half of the way between the two bands. That means lowest energy level of the conduction band and highest energy level of the valency band. So this is the position of Fermi level. Now we have another case. If mh star equal to me star, then the Fermi level lies at the center of the energy gap. But if you assume that if mh star is greater than me star, or mh star less than me star, then there is a slight change in the Fermi level. So how it changes? With increase in temperature, the Fermi level gets displaced upwards if mh star greater than me star, or Fermi level slightly move downwards if mh star less than me star. So thanks for watching.